Hey everybody, welcome to the limited edition version of episode 80 for the Toys for Games podcast. We're recording this on Thursday, July 7th, 2016. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined by none other. I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm actually saving it for the main show. It's that good.
That's true. You gotta make two of them now.
Yeah, people are expecting it, and I have a really good one. I just don't have a good backup tonight.
Sure.
Jason Greer, everybody.
How we doing? So all that build up, and you still had no backup.
All that I had nothing. I'm so excited for the next one, which now I'm amping it up, and people listening to both shows are going to be super confused.
Sure.
And possibly underwhelmed. I have a tendency of overhyping things sometimes. What I'm not overhyping, though, is what we're doing here on this very podcast. This podcast, as all of the others, is executively produced by George Torres, who has sponsored us on Patreon, patreon.com/toysforgames. Also, our show sponsor, Devin Lachinsky, who you can find on PSN or Xbox under the username Unrace, UNRACE. For those out there who still don't know what the limited edition is, this is a short, abbreviated version of the normal show that we will be producing immediately afterwards. This is the news, just the news, the hard-hitting news, nothing but the news. If you like news, you came to the right spot, my friends.
Who doesn't love news?
Whew, I'm just gonna leave that one there. Jumping right into it, let's go ahead and start with LEGO Dimensions this week, Jason. What do we have in the world of LEGO Dimensions?
So LEGO Dimensions is a little bit of a slow week. Obviously, we're building up, we're at the post-E3 stuff, so stuff's kind of in that chill mode, and then we're going to ramp back up when we get to Gamescom and other fun stuff like that. But the one interesting thing this week, DC, the official DC Comics YouTube channel, posted their interview with Arthur Parsons today, and we don't know if we have another Arthur Parsons moment, or if we had just a wording issue, whatever it is. But talking about Teen Titans Go. So I won't even say what it is. We'll just read the quote. So again, in the video, Arthur said, talking about Cyborg figures, says, "We already have a Cyborg figure out there, which was kind of familiar with the Year One DC range. And what we're going to do is have that toy, and when we obviously release a Teen Titans pack, if you put that in the Teen Titans level, it will actually be the Teen Titans Cyborg that appears rather than the DC one." So we knew about the costume change on it, but I don't know if that, some people are, reading into it, said, the Teen Titans level. So is that, specifically talking about the level pack? Is that talking about the Adventure World? Is that talking about something else? I don't know. So obviously level could mean, in LEGO Dimensions, level means something, then, just a specific game means something. So we'll see.
We will see indeed. Speaking of stuff that we're going to be seeing Skylanders Imaginators coming in the fall. Do we have any news out of the Skylanders camp this week?
So the only thing really big that came out this week, and I didn't even write an article about it, I think Matt's waiting to get some more information before he posts anything about it. There was an event in UK where they posted some images, like a family event, and they showed a bunch of different bloggers were there from the UK, and there's some pictures of the character creation screen with some images under the senseis for all the different classes. So it looks like we got some more potential images of the sensei. But I don't know. I didn't feel like it was enough to write an article, but we'll see. It's worth noting, again, just to keep you informed. You can look for that, but we'll dive into all that later.
That is correct. Moving right along. It's probably the most plentiful franchise this week as far as news is concerned. I'm not necessarily the most exciting of stuff. We'll save that for last. But let's go ahead and move on to Amiibo, which has a big release tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're getting the Splatoon releases again here in the United States. Europe already has them, and Japan. Does Japan come out tomorrow too?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
But US here, so obviously we're getting a new Splatoon girls, the two-pack there, and then obviously getting the new Splatoon Squid and the Splatoon boy and girl in various different SKUs depending on your region, but super excited to pick those up. But then the other big Amiibo news, it seems to be, it's not going to be a Smash Brothers line, but the most hyped amiibo line in quite some time. Is this Monster Hunter line. And Monster Hunter's like, oh, you like these 3? Well, here's 3 more. So now we're getting 6 of these ridiculously awesome Monster Hunter Stories amiibo, which are just ridiculous beyond belief. And if you think I'm good at Skylar's names, wait until you hear my Monster Hunter names. We are getting 3 new ones. We are getting Kurupeko and Dan Senpai. Yeah, maybe. Barioth, which of course is nicknamed Hyuga, and Iulia.
Sure. Yeah.
And then finally, of course, we're getting Raytheon and Chival.
Maybe.
Sure. But they look cool. That's all that matters.
They look great. And the sad part is that you've now had a chance to practice these names.
Oh, it won't matter.
So come the regular show, like, I feel like you're going to nail them.
I was practicing them before we recorded, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do anymore.
That doesn't surprise me at all. And finally, still hanging on, which will be the main topic of the full show. We have several awesome guests coming on the main podcast, so be sure to check that out if you can. But of course, we're going to be talking about Disney Infinity continues to drop little news nuggets that we have to continue to report about because it's fun and we like it. So what's going on?
Yeah, so one of the other Infinity Adventures exclusives that they revealed was the Jack Skellington 12-inch figure. This was the premium. I should really say up to 12-inch. I don't know the exact dimensions of it, but probably up to 12-inch. But again, this is the premium style Jack Skellington with things that light up, everything like that. Looks absolute boss. Again, priced anywhere up to $45. But this is our first true look. We saw the concept art of the Hulk one, but this is the first true final look of what it was going to look like, and it looks legit.
Yeah.
So hoping we see other exclusives, but we'll see what happens. But at least we have Jack Skellington so far.
At least we have Jack Skellington, indeed. Before we wrap up here, do we have a quick update on how the Battlecast tournament is going?
Yeah, so it's going pretty good. Having a couple issues with some people, but overall it's going pretty good.
Well, it's Matt. You can name him. You can say
that's
Matt.
Right. Matt's just an overall big jerk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to, he's prima donna this whole thing, trying to act like it's his tournament, and just being like he's too good for everybody.
You put his name on one thing, and it just that's all it takes.
And I hit the random button, and randomly he was the number 1 seed. I'm like, God, it's gonna go straight to his head. But yeah, it's going very well. It's going to get crazy here quick. We had a couple of days off, but then there's not going to be any off time frame. Second round, the winners bracket starts tomorrow, Friday, 7/8 through 7/10. Same time frame. The first round, the losers bracket. So everybody's still in it. They have to play at that point. And then pretty much every single person in the losers bracket now is going to be playing every 3 or 4 days as long as they keep winning. So it's one of those. It could be good. You stay hot. So
that's right.
We'll see.
I would have it no other way, Jason.
That's right.
That's right.
You lost on purpose because you wanted to blaze up from the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Matt and I are owed like one final showdown, and it just wouldn't be fun in the winners bracket. Like I need to come up from underneath and
I understand.
Rise like a phoenix, as they say. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this limited edition version of episode 80. Jason, where can people find you at?
Yeah, you can follow me personally on Twitter, twitter.com/JasonInquires. And obviously the same handle for Instagram, YouTube, and other such social networks. Facebook, too. Facebook.com/JasonInquires. And then obviously Brick Inquirer, Skyline Inquirer, and what did I say? Brick Inquirer, Skyline, Infinity Inquirer. I forgot which ones I already said. Giveaways on all 3 of those, plus an Amiibo going away, plus a Funko giveaway. It's a summer of giveaways, as they say. Or as really I say, because I coined the term. But
sure. You dropped that Amiibo giveaway. I'm like, what? Is he getting back in the Amiibo game?
I was like, man, I haven't done one in a while. I was like, forget it. Let's do it, man. Splatoon hype.
Feels weird, huh? Yeah. A little dirty, but
Yeah,
that's how we do it.
Dirty.
It's always dirty in the trenches, my friend. You can find me personally on Twitter at The Noise with a Y. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter at Toys for Games. Email us, podcast@toysforgames.com. Website. Yes.
No, continue. When you're done, I'll say something
Okay.
else.
Okay. Website where we're hosting the tournament. All the podcasts can be found, including and articles, reviews, everything. ToysForGames.com. Ken is actually going to get started on posting articles regarding Pokemon news for the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, which is an official branch of the Toys for Games network. If you'd like to support us, you could do so over on patreon.com/toysforgames, where our executive producer, George Torres, did. Thank you to George and everybody else out there who likes us just enough to support us a little bit. We love you guys. What was the last little tidbit you had for us?
I was going to say, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but not friend, but we'll call him friend of the show. Adam Boyes.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the vice president of third-party relations and developer technology group at PlayStation.
Right.
But you should now add the words former in front of that. Has now left PlayStation, saying he's going back into development. All I'm saying is he's without a job, JV's without a job. If those two match up and do some kind of independent game thing, I will buy so many copies of whatever they make.
I agree. Yeah, Colin texted me that on my way home, and my first thought was, is JV going with him? Because I had been under the impression that JV would probably go to Sony because of Boyes being at Sony, but
sure,
they're wild cards out there.
JV tweeted out, "Well, today is going to be a crazy day for a variety of reasons." Earlier today, just being JV what he did, and now he's retweeting crazy about Adam Boyes thing, and then he said, "I didn't do anything, but that's part of the reason why I said today should be interesting." JV, do it. I hope they match up somewhere.
Yeah, it has to happen. With that being said, thank you all for listening to this limited edition, the shorter abbreviated version of episode 80, Toys for Games podcast. Stick around. Check out your podcast feed. You should see the normal proper show pop up. We have 3 very special guests. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk a lot of Disney Affinity. Tears might be shed. Get your Kleenex out. I'm telling you now. Warning, spoiler alert. That's all I can say. Till next time, happy hunting, collectors.